Hi everyone, so this is what we're going to be doing today. This is a press-on set that I did for my number one customer, which is my best friend. So what I'm starting with is I'm cutting the tips into shape. I had short square tips, but I didn't have enough to make a 22 piece set. I think this was. Yeah, I believe it was 22 pieces. And yeah, I'm cutting all to shape. I'm using both sides and measuring them against each other. So when I do 22 piece sets, my standard is I would give them a duplicate of either number 4 and number 5. I'll give an extra pair. But because this is my friend and she knows her fingernail sizes, I think she asked for a duplicate of number 6s. Not that it matters. So what I'm doing here, I'm using a polish by China Glaze. It's a gel polish by China Glaze, one of those minis, and I think I mixed it so it wouldn't be so orange. I think I mixed it with some white and lightened it up a bit so it looks more of a nude, because if I used it on a nail bed it would have been the straight up orange. It was more orangey. So I'm doing a layer of that, and to get my ombre, I'm basically going to use two techniques, a combination of two techniques. I'm going to use, I believe I use my brush method where I feather it with the brush, and then I use a makeup sponge and blended it, made an ombre in the sponge and then blend it. Yeah, I think I started with a sponge and then I use my brush to actually build up the color of the white, so I wouldn't take forever to do the nails. But I'm showing you the sponge method right now, and I think this is a method that everybody knows about. It's not too hard. It's really, once your polishes are pigmented, you'll get ombre pretty quickly. So I'm just showing you how I did that again. I'm doing a wet layer of my base color, and here's the method I was talking about before. I have a very thin, very sparse in here flat brush, and I basically put white on one half and then I fade it to get the pigment on the nail. Also, I'm sorry if I sound like I don't really know what's going on in this video. You'll have to forgive me. I filmed this, we're the first or second day in December when I'm doing this voiceover right now. So I think I did this maybe when did school start? Maybe late September. Yeah, because she used this to go on a trip to Lisa Style in Tobago. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what I did in this video, but all I know is that I had this video to edit and I needed to free up some storage space. So I'm watching it with you in real time too. So what I'm doing on screen, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just giving you another example. I just fade it with the brush, load up your brush with white and just fade it, and then put that to cure. And here I am again. I think I used the sponge before. So that's what's going on. So not to bore you, I think this is my last layer. You just basically do what I said previously over and over again until you get your required opacity. So I'm just finishing up with a sponge to hide any brush marks or anything and just bring everything together. So this is my finishing touch for my base. So I'm using the Super Nail top coat. It's a wipe top coat, but it's super shiny, and I'm using that as a base to adhere my rhinestones. So this is what she wanted. She wanted a hybrid of that and this picture here, and that's that size. That's how she shows me what she wants, and it's up to me to capture her vision. So I'm selecting some rhinestones. I'm just placing them. The rest of this video is really just rhinestone placement because the video is basically over. So I'm placing the rhinestones. I'm just taking some creative liberties and making sure that everything looks nice and her accent nails look nice. Now I'm gonna use some microbeads, and she never really liked microbeads like that. Remember, this friendship is really old, so like when I got into nails when we were in school, the caviar nail was popular. She hated that with a burning passion. I loved the caviar nail, but now that we have a little bit more, you know, we have a more artistic eye. The artistic eye has developed. I realized that the caviar could be great in moderation. I will never do a caviar nail ever again in my life, because to me that just festers bacteria along with the full velvet nail with flocking powder. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. It looks like a clamp to the rhinestone. Like if it's like on a ring, it looks like I'm not sure what you call it, but how the metal in a ring would come around to hold the gemstone in place. And that's basically it. So here I am putting everything in boxes. Like I said, this is a really short video because I didn't do anything too crazy. So I think I switched them around, but somebody asked me where I get my boxes. I make my boxes. I get some regular cardstock, some pretty cardstock, and I sit down and fold my boxes. It reduces the cost of the nails to me, because you have to factor in like the cost of everything when you're doing press-on nails. So for me, boxes, and like instead of like putting it in as like a Ziploc bag, you fold a box and you have your double-sided tape and you just put them there. Because I can't seem to find the little watch/jewelry boxes, the long boxes. I can't find that anywhere in bulk. So I will make my own, and that reduces the cost because I don't have to worry about finding a vessel to place my press-on nails when I ship them out. So this is basically the end result. Yeah, this is what I meant when I switched it up, because I ran out of space, so I had to put like a little band of the double-sided tape and put it at the bottom, because this is a large order. But here I am just wiping it off, and that's basically it. I hope you like it. I have another video to edit, and hopefully that'll drop soon, but I'll see you next time. Bye.